Oh yeah, having some more fun. So tonight we're going to be doing a little shooting. Be doing a little USPSA hey match. We'll be cleaning up the 2011 Infinity. She's a pretty gun. She shoots nice and accurate. Love this thing. Love it. Nickel boron barrel. You get the 40 AET. Can I see that? I can get it to zoom in here. Yeah, this thing's a beauty. It needs to be clean though. If it's not clean, it doesn't run very well. Definitely likes to be clean. Something you might or might not have seen is the sight tracker. Front sight's on the barrel. So as the slide's going back and forth, you're not getting as much flipping going on. Nice light trigger. You can see the target sights. Definitely is. We got Coda Boy out there. You sold Matt, got him a little trouble this weekend. No, I didn't sell him that. I'm actually going to be using that holster here shortly. You just got to have it to the right tension. I talked to him about that yesterday, matter of fact. Poor guy. But unfortunately, that shit happens, I guess. So let's do this. The magic tool right there. Basically a paper clip. It's been cut in a 90 degrees. Get you a shadow too. Coda Boy, Coda Boy. He's a hater when it comes to this thing. Unfortunately, I handed it to him when it was filthy dirty. I just got done shooting a shit ton of ammo with it. And when he used it, it had it kind of wasn't running for shit, so which is unfortunate. Yeah, check this barrel out though. What's cool about this barrel, it's AET, I mean, and it's advanced. I can't remember what it was, but basically the rifling inside of here is a little bit different. So it's a little bit different than the normal standard barrel that they sell. It's supposed to be for accuracy something, AET, I can't remember what it was. But we're going to clean this thing up because I don't want to have any malfunctions, any failures, any of that stuff. Because what's the point? What is the point? Going out and cleaning and doing all that stuff, and then come to find out that if you would have just cleaned your gun, everything would have worked just perfect. So, do a little cleaning here. Figured I'd say hi to you guys. Got the crazy Scotsman. Yep, he's bored. I am bored. Not so much bored, just figured I'd say hi, have fun. I'm at home. I'm off duty, man. I live in North Carolina, America, where we get to shoot a lot, which means we got to clean guns a lot, which is a good thing. So I'm going to be using the old Hops number 9. Been using this stuff for about ever. Got Shooting with Uncle Dan out there. Uncle Dan out, as he likes to say. How many of you guys use Hops? Pistol solvent. Stuff's been around forever, since 1903. That's a couple days, huh? That's a couple days old. Get it all nice and cleaned up. Get it ready to get all dirty again. That's the best part. Get it all clean so you can get it all dirty. Makes no sense, right? I told Pop to tighten that holster with a heat gun. I think Coda Boy was talking about I let Matt, one of the guys that they shot with the other day, use my holster for my Infinity. I actually bought this gun off of Matt. And he's down a holster right now. So I've been letting him borrow it for probably the last 4 or 5 times he's shot. But he, unfortunately, he didn't put the hood on it. And as he was running from one part of the stage to the other, he got DQ'd because his gun fell out on the ground, which actually was pointed at Mel from Right to Bear Customs. So that could have been a really bad thing. Really, really bad. So at the end of the day, he actually jinxed himself. And I told him he did because he was saying something the other day about never being DQ'd before. I'm like, man, I'm a guy that believes in karma. I'm a guy that believes in jinx. And I think he jinxed himself bad on that one. I think big time. Big time. Who believes in getting jinxing themselves? Or is it just myth? My wife, she'll say, "Oh, there's no traffic. This is really good." And we'll be driving down the street. You know, "Oh, there's no traffic." She used to do this when we lived in California, because California is always traffic. And she, "Oh yeah, there's no traffic. This is going to be easy." Go around the corner, and you have a freaking 5 million cars sitting there. It's getting there. All right, let's run the old brush through it now. You must be a baseball fan. Actually, I'm not a baseball fan. I used to like playing baseball, but I don't really like watching it. It's too damn boring. Too boring. Oh, you're jinxing yourself. Now you should have have ran her good and dirty. Oh, no. This gun likes to be clean. This gun likes to be, it's like a fine automobile. It likes to be clean. It goes faster when it's clean. A little bit using the brush out of it. I shoot the Acme high-tech coated bullets, and I've had a really good luck not having any like high-tech coating stick to it on the sides, kind of like leading, fouling. She's looking clean. Look at that damn thing. Woo! Go Astros. Yeah, baseball. It's kind of boring. It's a little slow. A little slow for my goal. Playing it's cool. Used to like playing it all the time. Even played in some softball. Did some like co-ed with the wife. We had like a kind of like a firefighter team deal. It was kind of fun. That was a good time. Most of the fire guys are all, they're very athletic, came from some type of sports field, were good at team sports. Kind of like that's one of the things, not so much that we require, but it's a lot easier when these people have worked in teams before, when they come out of high school and decide they want a career in the fire service. It's definitely a team sport. You're living with people for 48 hours, depending on where you're working. And if you don't have there's a lot of people, not a lot, but I've seen in the past, there's a lot of people that have the firefighting skills. They just don't know how to get along as a group. Not that they're drama queens and make drama. They're just kind of awkward. They feel it's like they're awkward and they trying to hang around with a lot of people. What do I think of CLP? Well, I have it. I've used it. But the reason why it's not my favorite is because anything that tries to do three things at the same time usually doesn't work for shit for either one. I know the military uses it. I know they love it and they teach their guys to use it. But I think there's a lot better stuff out there. I think I do have some in my 3-gun pack. This is a cool pack if you guys are interested. This pack right here is by Dewey's. This is just a patch on here. But this is set up for 3-gun. So everything from shotgun, pistol, and rifle is in here that you need. And what I have in here, it came with it though. But we got CLP by Rand. This one, it's got all your brushes, cleaning stuff. It's got some picks and like screwdriver ends and brass, so you can mess around with that. T-handle for the pistol. It's got a bore kit for the rifle and shotgun, but it's small, doesn't take up much room. Goes right in your shooting bag. Did a video on this a while back, kind of a review video, and It definitely does what it says. Works pretty damn good. But if you're at home, you know, and you don't really need this out because you got the big kit. I got a big old fucking tackle box over here with a bunch of stuff in it. That's more if you're competing, all of a sudden something happens. Maybe your buddy's gun needs to be cleaned or whatever the case is. Or your gun's doing something it shouldn't be doing. This trigger is so sweet. It's 2 pounds, 2-pound trigger, which is a little light for some people. Sometimes it's too light for me. But definitely when I was shooting the Glock and I got this, I was having some problems because as I was coming up to the target, I was squeezing, taking up slack. With this gun, you can't even think about touching the trigger till it's time to shoot, because you will get an negligent discharge, and that, my friends, is bad. Very, very bad. Uncle Dan is out. So what are some of your guys' favorite cleaning stuff? As far as solvents and oils, grease. Got any favorites? I like the Lucas oils. There's 2 different ones they make. There's this one, which is okay. And then they make this one, which is the Extreme Duty. And I love this stuff. This stuff works really good. It's got the needle for applying it to small spots, where this one just has a bigger tip on it. So you can't get it in the finer stuff without making a mess. All right. So AVB, AV, how do I say that? A VB, AVB. Do you like the CL? What do you think of the CLP? Yeah, I think it's okay. It's all good. Lately, you've been hearing a lot of companies coming out with some weird this and that. You know, they'll try to give you free samples to try out, which is good, especially if you're trying to get into the market, because there's a ton of different cleaners. Some people just use like regular car oil. Nothing wrong with that. You know it's gonna be okay with the heat, because if it's gonna run in a car for all day long, definitely should work in your pistol that you don't shoot very often, unless you shoot a lot. What are your thoughts on grease versus oil? Well, grease is for sure. Here, I guess I forgot to show you the grease. This is the grease I use, gun grease. It's important to have grease, and it's depending on where you're trying to put it. There's places where oil should be. There's places where grease should be. Like on this one I just did. This one I just did. I greased the rails. I guess you can't see it because it's a CZ. But inside of there, I greased the rails instead of oiled them. On my Glocks, I use grease on the rails as well. On this gun, it depends on the temperature that you're shooting at. If it's going to be really cold out, like if you're going to compete in the wintertime, like today, right now it's 49 degrees outside. So I'll be shooting indoors tonight, so it really won't matter. And it's not that picky, but it's something you got to think about when you go. Because if it is really cold, the grease will have a tough time. It'll hold the slide back a little bit. So it's an option or something you should think about before you apply it. But that's my opinion. Grease, I like grease on rails. Ray or X-Ring, he likes grease in the trigger groups, like on rifles, on those springs inside the triggers of the ARs. On here, I'm probably going to put a drop of grease, and then I'm going to use some oil everywhere else. And it kind of depends on the oil. Like this stuff here is seems thinner, so it's, you know, it wants to leave wherever you're putting it. This stuff here is a hair thicker. I think I mostly like this because of the applicator, the needle. But it's I think everything has its place. But yeah, on this gun, if it's going to be really cold out, I'll get rid of the grease. And you can kind of tell. And once you shoot it, once it shoots and heats up, then it kind of really doesn't matter. But the problem is if it doesn't work in the beginning, it's going to kind of haunt your day. So that's looking clean enough for tonight. I'll oil the barrel. It's got a little dirty spot right here. Right there. Might as well knock that off on here. Might as well. Oh, Pop's Quest. What a great dude. Great dude. Definitely have enjoyed spending time with him. It's really cool because a lot of us are new when it comes to competition shooting. And it's really cool to get a chance to, you know, hang out with the guys that you're kind of having fun competing with. And we're kind of like, all of us are trying to get better, and we're all growing in our own way faster than others. Pops has kind of been doing really good because he gets to shoot a lot, which is cool. So that's definitely been helping him out. But it's just fun competing against your buddies. Like I have some buddies that I shoot with a lot, but they're just too damn good. So it's like I never feel like I'm ever gonna catch them. But like with Coda Boy and Pop's Quest, you know, I feel like we're pretty even. So as we're getting better, you can kind of see it's more enjoyable as we're getting better. You know, fighting for between the three of us, you know, first, second, and third, or whatever the case is. Because at any given day, you can have a good day, you can have a bad day, and you can be like, shit. All right. Let's see here. This baby's almost ready. Make sure this thing's out. Oops. And we are in the money. me screw this up. It's got to be just perfect. Come on. Doing something wrong here. Must have it on the wrong side of that thing. Or that little bar moved over when I wasn't looking, which is possible. When all else fails, start over. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Assuming I screwed something up. There we go. That should be right there like that. This is my first 1911. Yeah, that's right. While we're here, let me do a little greasing and a little oil. Just a tiny bit. All right. We're getting close. All right, that should work. Right there. Can't tell if that's all the way in or not. Not doing something right. That looks like it's where it needs to go. That's supposed to go there. Right there, where it should go. There we go. That should be it. There. There it is. Oh, definitely harder than a Glock. Most definitely. All right. So now we're good. I'm going to put a little oil on here. Put a little oil here. And then on the feed ramp. And we should be good. All right. Done. D-U-N. Done. All right. Well, I want to thank Pop's Quest, AVB, Shooting with Uncle Dan, the Crazy Scotsman. Who else is out there that's not talking? I know there's some more here. Let's see. Let's see. Fresh that. I appreciate it. That's my thoughts though on oil versus grease. I did put a little bit of grease on the rail, but this thing, you can see how smooth it is. I probably hear it better than anything. But it seems to be I don't know if you've seen the reset on that. That was it. Actually, that was horrible. I didn't do a very good job of showing it. I don't have a good grip on it. That was the reset. So it's definitely very light. 2-pound trigger. Very short reset. It is made for some competition shooting. It's definitely way better of a gun than I am of a shooter. I just got lucky and had the chance of getting it, so I did. But it's Top Shot 16, the TV show Top Shot. That's one of the guns that was made for it. The first 10 went to the shooters that competed in the show, and then they made 6 additional ones that the normal consumer could get. And I had a friend that had bought it somehow from a buddy, and then I got my hands on it, and he's kind of kicking himself in the ass now every time, because usually out of every gun that I've ever bought, I've only sold one. I don't like selling guns, but I'm starting to think that I might sell a few. I got some Glocks for sale. A 24, a 35. I'm liking the 1911 platform style a lot better. It seems to be working out. When you're jumping from gun to gun, like Glock to a 1911, I was forgetting to take the safety off, all this crap. So I decided probably about 6 months ago now that I'm not going to shoot any of my Glocks anymore. I do carry a Glock as my concealed gun, but it's kind of a different deal. Basically, I can just grab it and pull the trigger. I know it'll work. So you guys take care. Appreciate it as always. Unless you have any questions, I'm gonna hang up because we done. we are done. Now it's a matter of getting my bag all ready and all the not so fun stuff. Clean up my mess. Pop's Quest, thanks again. This whole workbench cabinet shop, minus the top that you're looking at, this part, was donated by a good friend of mine. And super excited because I would have just done the old 2x4s and some 2x6s and some plywood on top and made a reloading bench. And this has drawers that pull in and out. It's got shelving and cabinets that are covered and all the trick stuff. So thanks again, Pops. See you guys. Have a great one. See you on the next one. Probably a boring video, but it was fun chatting with all you guys.